you. Have you been having a great time doing fun things? Seeing your friends? Me too. It's been busy over here. I was looking at these. Look at that. It's very tiny. If I put it way up here, it looks very big. But next to my face, you can see little tiny houses. Yep. I was looking at them and thinking about maybe a house I could build. Not a great big house to live in, but maybe just to create a house with things that I have around. And it reminded me of a couple of books I had, and I thought, I think I know people who would like to learn more about maybe building tiny houses, building bigger houses, using different materials. Remember that book, The Most Magnificent Thing? She used all kinds of stuff to build. So I thought, well, we could think about building things too. You've got great thinkers. And today I went to visit a bunch of friends in kindergarten. My friend Leo was talking about things he was going to make. My friend Sawyer said, hey, if you're on Bubby TV, you should read in our classroom. And I think that's a great idea, Sawyer. I'm going to do that. I'll have to just find the right time and maybe the right book, and everybody can help me with that. But I thought I'd share a couple favorite books with you. This book is fantastic. The title is Boxitects. My grandson Bram, he wants to be an architect. He wants to design houses and buildings, and I think that's amazing. So this word is an architect, and that's someone who studies a long time to build things safely and just right. I think a boxitect might be a little bit different. And I'm not sure that's an adult on the cover, but Kim Smith did a great job. So I thought I would share this with you. It might get your brain thinking about some things that you can make with, you guessed it, boxes. And look at that. She must be very strong. She's carrying a lot on her shoulders. I think she's carrying that on her shoulders and ideas in her head. We haven't even started the book. It's already pretty exciting. You can see a lot of materials and a lot of planning. Meg was a boxitect. She loved to make things out of boxes. Ooh, I think I like her already. Wonder what her mom is thinking over there. She loved making tiny houses, tall towers, and twisty tunnels. And she made marvelous things no one had ever seen before. I think that's spectacular. Meg was proud of her work. She could make boxes into anything. Meg's mother was proud too. She thought Meg was brilliant and creative. So Meg's mother sent Meg to maker school, where she could be even more brilliant and creative. Look at that. Maybe that's what your school is like, a place where you can be brilliant and creative. At maker school, there were blanketeers, spaghetti techs, tin foilers, and egg cartoniers. There was almost any kind of maker you could imagine. But Meg was the class's first boxitect, and that made her feel very special. What makes you feel special? I bet there's something that you do better than anyone, that you love doing. Those are the things that make you feel special. At school, Meg learned all about boxitecture. She learned how to make her structures useful, strong, and beautiful. Meg loved everything about Maker School. Ooh, it does look like a fun place to be. Everyone looks very interested in everything that they're doing. She loved it until Simone showed up. Like Meg, Simone was new. She was also brilliant and creative. Worst of all, Simone was a Boxitect too. Wonder how Meg feels. Oh, and she was already making things Meg had never dreamed of. These look like some great ideas. In class, Simone would point out ways Meg could make her constructions a little straighter, more wind resistant, and less boring. So Meg told Simone she should build things that were less bumpy and sturdier and much prettier. I'm not sure if they're actually helping each other. I think they both are sounding maybe a little not so nice, a little mean. On the last day of school, the class's annual maker match was held to see who could make the most amazing thing. There was just one rule. You had to work as a team. But Meg didn't want to work with anyone, and neither did Simone. I always heard teamwork makes the dream work. The Blanketeers built with blankets and pillows. The Spaghetti-Techs built with pasta and glue. The Bakeologists built with cake and frosting. I want to be on their team. But the Boxitects were building nothing at all. Sounds like they weren't working well as a team. They were arguing. I want to make a treehouse, Meg said. No, I want to make a ship, Simone said. Megan drew a line down the middle of a very large box. I'll take this half. You can have the other. Fine, said Simone. Goodness. You smelling it? I smell trouble. Soon, Meg noticed that her treehouse wasn't as large as Simone's ship. So she made her side taller and more impressive. When Simone noticed that Meg's treehouse was taller than her ship, she made her side higher and more extraordinary. Is that working together? No, it is not. Slowly, Meg and Simone's creation grew bigger and bigger. They both built and built until there wasn't a single box left, and at last... Oh, still smelling trouble. I'm still smelling it. I was kind of scared to turn the page. They finished. What is it? Asked a classmate. I've never seen anything like it, said another. The teacher said, it looks like it might... Crash! Oh my goodness. Your side was too wobbly, shouted Meg. Your side was too heavy, cried Simone. Oh dear, said the judge. The maker match was not over yet, but most of Meg and Simone's work was ruined. There were only a few parts left that could be saved. Think about it. What would you do? If that was you, what would you do? Let's find out what they did. If we combine my treehouse with your ship, Meg started, we might be able to make one thing, finished Simone. The Boxitects decided to call a truce so they could finish the match. A truce is when you decide you're going to get along. Even if you don't agree, you're going to make it work. Working as a team, Meg and Simone quickly joined the remaining pieces together until... Ready? I'm kind of excited. They had created something new. Look at that. I think they created friendship. At the end of the maker match, the Boxitects hadn't won first place, but they had a different way of making brilliant and creative things working together. That's what friendship is, working together. And they each gained a new friend, saying, what should we make next? How about a buoyant bungalow or a motorcycle mansion? That would be interesting. I have some ideas on here. About cardboard. Cardboard is pretty extraordinary. It's very sturdy. There's little wiggly pieces in between the flat pieces of cardboard, and that makes for some good structures and some suggestions on how we can be Boxitects and build things. Take a look at that. Maybe you have Amazon boxes at home. Most people do. What could you build? A house for your dog or cat or hamster? I don't think you could build a fish bowl. Maybe a birdhouse? Gives me some ideas, those Boxitects. What about you? Gives you some ideas? That's what books do. They inspire us. They speak to our thinking and our feeling. And they take our minds places we never knew we could go. This is a tiny book. I found it at this place called Treasures for Teachers, and they have all kinds of wonderful things, but never the same thing on the same day or on a different day. So when I saw this book and it was titled Snug House, Bug House, I thought, interesting. It's by Susan Shade and John Bueller. Look closely, noticing something about that house. I don't think they're Boxitects. Maybe they use a different material. Find it. Now you can see, what did they find? Tennis ball. Think it. Look at that. That team has an idea. Plan it. They're drawing the plans. That's what an architect does, and a Boxitect. Anyone who builds and thinks carefully about what they're going to build. Oh, ink it. Oh, more detail. I think their team is growing. Scoop it. Smash it. Can you see where they're going to put their house? Push it, mash it. That sounds like fun. They're playing in the mud. Playing in the mud is a great thing. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, floor it. That's going to be stable. It's going to be solid, that floor. Oh, here it comes. Roll it. Coming down. Stop it. Ooh, I think that took a lot of planning. Saw it. Drop it. Look at that. Do you see how he's cutting that line at the bottom? So it's smooth and it stays flat. When you're making something, you need to think about those different ways to have it be stable, to have it be safe. Cut it, glue it, nail it, screw it. Look at all the tools they're using. It's getting really beautiful. Stir it, fill it, paint it, spill it. That happens. Sometimes you make mistakes. You just clean it up and you move along. Finish it, admire it. When you admire something, you say, oh, wow, that's amazing. It can be something you made. It can be something someone else made. Oh, Ed's room, Fred's room. Now we know who lives there. Anne's room, Fran's room. Yep, they all like different things. Spot's room, Dot's room. I thought there would be more dots in Dot's room. Crazy room. I like that. Have to have a little fun. Oh, lazy room. A lot of TVs there. Sound room. What kind of sounds are they making? Music. Round room. Oh. Small house, ball house, snug house, bug house. That's pretty neat. I'd like to make a house out of a tennis ball or out of a box. Lots of different ideas that we can all use when we're making things. You've got ideas, I've got ideas. And if people work together, there's just so many more ideas. That's why it's good to have friends. I love Friends. You know the Friends song. Friends, friends, 1, 2, 3. All my friends are here with me. You're my friend. You're my friend. You're my friend. You're my friend. Friends, friends, 1, 2, 3. All my friends are here with me. You're here with me even if you're just watching on a computer or on the television or screen. We can be together. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. And we saw that when those friends got together, they were creative, they were brilliant, and most of all, look at that face. They were happy. I'm happy just when I think about you. I hope you think about something you can make and someone who can make it with you or can help give you ideas, maybe inspire you a little bit. I'm going to see what I can work on. Oh, there's another book. Do you think we have time? Okay, one more book. I'm game. I think it's a good idea. Look at that. More friends. More building. This is The Little Red Fort by Brenda Mayer and pictures by Sonia Sanchez. Way to go. Sonia, those are some really cool pictures. I like it already. I like the smile on her face. Different kind of building. Ruby's mind was always full of ideas. She's like the bug she's drawing. One day she found some old boards. Who wants to help me build something? She asked her brothers. That was nice that she asked. Oscar Lee pretended not to hear her. Rodrigo gave her a look that could melt popsicles. Jose almost fell off the fence. You don't know how to build anything, they said. Ruby shrugged. Then I'll learn. Good for her. She's just going to learn. That's what we should all do. Oh, and she did. You can learn all kinds of things. Who wants to help me draw the plants? Ruby asked. The boys clutched their side and howled with laughter. Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll draw them myself. Yeah, they didn't want to help, but she was determined. And she did. Look at that. She is using a lot of drawing tools. She looks like an architect at work. She's designing a building. Satisfied with her plans, Ruby asked, Who wants to help me gather the supplies? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll gather them myself. Her brothers did not want to be a part of this. And she did. Look at that. She really does have her hands full. Oops. I don't want to miss a page. When all the supplies were gathered, Ruby asked, Who wants to help me cut the boards? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll cut them myself. And she did. Look at that. Who do you think's helping her? There's her mama helping her with the... Oh, look at that. What is she wearing? Safety goggles. And so's her mama. When all the boards were neatly cut, Ruby sang, Who wants to help me hammer the nails? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll hammer them myself. She is working hard. They are working hard at relaxing. And she did. Oh, now who's helping her? I think that's her abuela. I think that's her grandma. Her bubby. Her oma. Soon Ruby's creation was complete. Who wants to play in my fort? She called. Me, said Oscar Lee. Let's go, said Rodrigo. I'll play, said Jose. I'm not busy anymore. Oh, now that it's finished. Guess they've changed their tune. Not so fast, Ruby said. You didn't help me draw the plans or gather the supplies or cut the boards or hammer the nails. You said I didn't know how to build. And you laughed at me. I'm going to play in the fort by myself. I can understand why she felt that way. And she did. Well, she has a very happy face. It's okay to play by yourself, isn't it? That evening, the boys followed a delicious aroma, a smell, and it didn't smell like trouble, to a fort warming party. Who wants to help me clean this plate? Eat those cookies, Ruby asked. We do, the boys said. Well, that's nice that they want to be helpful. They want to help her eat the cookies. And they did. Look at that. There was a happy ending. Wonder if they'll help her the next time she's building something. Oh, and look, all those different kinds of forts. Sofa fort, taking the cushions off your couch, only if you ask a grown-up at home. Oh, kitchen chair fort. Yep, I've made a lot of those. Snow fort. I made those when I was little. I lived in a place where it snowed. Bunk bed fort. Oh, super cool. I don't have bunk beds. Hey, that's just another way. Oh, Siri was listening to me. Isn't that silly? Well, that was a new story. I'd never read that before. I like that. It kind of goes with the other books. Well, maybe that's what we should all do this week. We should think of ways to build forts and box structures, maybe a bug house. Most importantly, we can build friendships. Maybe fix friendships with old friends and build new friendships with people we don't even know yet. I'm just glad you're my friend. Because of all the things I'm thankful for, you are right there to be most thankful for. I hope you have a great time thinking, being brilliant and creative, and building friendships and structures all the time. And we'll see you later.